Okay, so
Ceinture de la Festival.
well, I'll tell you what they're not called.
Okay.
Because when I ordered them, I had to go pick them up.
Okay.
And I walked into the festival office and was not prepared to answer the question, what is your order? And I said,
a belt.
3 scarves. To which they said,
We don't sell scarves.
do you mean sashes? I died an embarrassing death.
Did you have to sashay away?
I should have. No, instead I just stood there like the victim
Ashamed.
of murder.
Ashamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's the official Festival de Voyageurs sash.
I don't know.
They
Do
only,
you?
well,
Oh, these are official.
These are-
yeah.
okay,
These are straight up official.
because this is a visual medium, again, we should explain to listener that we're all wearing
Oh, I left the
Festival
price tag
sashes.
on. Don't look at the price tag.
It's in French anyways.
It is in French.
We're wearing our Festival sashes because right across the river in the place that may or may not exist, Saint Boniface. Again with the accent.
Boniface?
Festival is on, but it's cold out.
It is very cold.
You know what they have at Festival? Concerts.
Cue the music.
So are we, like, admitting then that St. Boniface exists?
Who's we?
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Paige.
And this is...
Made from what's left.
Did you notice I'm dressed up fancy in sequins tonight?
Yeah, where are you going?
We're going to talk about concerts tonight.
Concerts?
Can I tell you something exciting?
Yeah.
I got Depeche Mode tickets for November.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
I'm so excited.
For November, that's so far away.
Yeah, but like the secret to happiness is having something to look forward to.
I think you're right.
So I have Depeche
I'm
Mode
looking
tickets to look forward to.
I'm looking forward to you having Depeche Mode tickets.
I know. You're looking forward to me going to Vancouver and seeing Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
In
It's
November.
in Vancouver.
It's Vancouver. Well, they're not going to come here. So rapid fire questions
Uh-oh.
to get us started.
All right.
Can you name all of the concerts we've been to together? I literally told her yesterday.
Just concerts?
Well, comedy concerts, music concerts.
Do I have to admit them in public?
Yeah, they weren't bad.
Bublé.
We went to Michael Bublé.
Ed Sheeran.
And what can we say about Michael Bublé?
He was Bublé to the show.
He was Bublé. And?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran was a good show.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the day that I tried dyeing my hair blonde and then we stopped at Empty Full to take a selfie? So we went to Ed Sheeran, we went to Michael Bublé. I can say that what those two things have in common is we didn't pay for either concert.
I think we were gratis.
We were given tickets.
Yeah.
Which, wasn't one of them in a box? Ed Sheeran was in a box.
We saw Bill Burr.
Yeah. At the
Well,
Walker.
okay, I thought it was it was at the Walker. So
It
I
was at
actually
the
saw
Walker.
him twice at the Walker.
Okay.
So that night you iced me.
Yeah.
And then also had to explain what icing somebody was because I didn't actually know.
I was all proud of myself. Like, bam! And she's like, what is this? I'm like, you've been iced.
And she just giggled. And I was like, what?
And again, it was before the internet, so she couldn't look it up.
before the internet.
Have we been to any other concerts together? We've been to some fringe shows.
We've been to lots of shows. It's kind of a thing.
It's kind of a thing.
So, yeah, no, you've taken me to you took me to see, most recently, Jim Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was comedy, though.
I know, but you said things.
Oh, yeah, right.
Concerts and things.
That's true. We went to that.
It's in the list of things.
So there's that. Okay.
You took me to... You know what occurred to me?
That you haven't taken me to anything?
You've taken me to a lot of things for free. You're a really good friend.
I'm super.
I'm not. I'm a really good user of a ticket if you have an extra one.
Do you have any concert pet peeves?
Concert pet peeves.
I've got one for you.
Okay.
When we were at Bublé and those old people behind us were
With
eating
the
granola
food?
bars.
Oh my God.
It was awful. You don't need to include that sound in the podcast.
It was...
We've discovered that young Rebecca is a talented Foley artist.
She can make me sound smarter than I am.
concert
fully.
Concert pet peeves for me are like screamy people,
Oh,
loud singy people.
yeah.
I say like sing along at your own volume, but you
Yeah.
don't need to like remind the artist what the lyrics are.
Yeah.
And unison clapping. I hate
it's terrible.
a unison clap.
I also
I hate the clap. I'm not afraid to say it. Not a fan of the clap.
Well, my pet peeve. Okay, so probably my biggest pet peeve is the person who stands when nobody's standing.
Yeah. And they're always right in front of you.
Yes,
Like that person.
Yeah.
Also, I found that like the youth are very pushy.
That's literally everywhere.
But like the youth have like no personal space.
Personal bubble.
No, I was the pyramid for a concert.
Oh.
And this young girl was just like on my feet. When going to a concert,
Yeah.
are you a floor person or are you like a seats person?
Well, here's the thing. I don't actively seek out concert going.
Right.
So I am literally a whatever free ticket you give me person. And so I've never really been on the floor that I can think of.
I think I used to always try to get floor tickets. Like
And then
floor
you
tickets
realize
and like the closer to the front, the better. And then I was like, oh man, it's nice to have a seat.
it's nice to have a seat and,
And a cup holder
well, and to be a little elevated. Like where we were seated for Bublé,
was ideal.
it was really good. We had it felt like he was quite close to us, but he wasn't. We were about 12th row, right in the corner, maybe
And
like
those were your
section
tickets.
103. Yeah.
See, she does take me to things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, were they?
Yeah.
Oh.
What is your ceiling? Like, what is the maximum price you'd pay for a concert ticket? And before you say zero.
No, it's not zero. Because I'll tell you what. Well, I don't know if Henry Rollins counts. Does Henry Rollins count? Spoken word?
Spoken word? Well, yeah, sure.
It's kind of like singing.
Because his tickets were like crazy.
Yeah, so he did a show in Winnipeg at the Park Theatre. And from what I could tell, all of the tickets were meet and greet. Like literally all of it was supposed to be a small, intimate
Sure.
show, and every ticket was meet and greet. And I think that they were about $300. And I would sincerely have bought one, but I didn't want to buy two. So my ceiling is $300. No, I will pay $300. I won't
Total
pay
cost.
$6.
Okay.
For a ticket.
Because it seems like,
Oh, but also because I didn't want to meet him. Like
Yeah.
There's no sort of
like, what would you say to him?
yeah. Like what? It's not meaningful. So like I don't want to meet a celebrity.
Okay.
Or pay to meet a celebrity. I don't know.
Yeah, I think like concert tickets right now seem very high, and then the Ticketmaster fees make them ridiculously
Exorbitant.
high. Yeah, like we were like
Convenience fee.
510 all in for a pair of Depeche Mode tickets.
I mean, I think it's okay for us to say Ticketmaster's evil.
It's evil. Ticket bastard. We can say that.
Ticket
They're not sponsoring us. Take that, Ticket bastard.
And never will, I guess.
But like concert tickets used to be like $17 and then $3 in fees.
Yeah. Oh, and now that they're not printing a ticket, you
Right?
get a convenience fee, which makes no sense to me.
It's an inconvenience fee for me. And they try to get you with the add-ons now.
Oh yeah,
Like they want you to pay for parking with your ticket. They want you to like insure your ticket.
yeah. What nonsense.
I don't know.
What is your ceiling?
I would say like it depends where it is.
No, okay.
Like a club show, my ceiling would be $40. $199.
So $200.
Like I recently spent, I think, over $100 for a Jason Mraz ticket and regretted it.
Oh. How much did you spend?
It was like with fees, probably like $124.
Okay. Yeah.
And I regretted that purchase. That was a $35 concert.
Oh, you regretted it after you went?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
He didn't play enough old songs.
Oh, well, they're trying to promote new stuff usually.
And he had like really enthusiastic people on stage with him, and I found that off-putting.
Oh. Okay.
Like, they just seemed like very ardent.
I can't imagine, like, why would enthusiasm put you off? I don't get it.
Well, they seemed like wholesome. It was like
That says more about you.
Enthusiastic wholesomeness or wholesome enthusiasm. It was just like a lot.
It says more about you than it does about them.
I know. What was your first concert?
Oh, I know that one.
Okay.
Do you know who Eric Bogle is?
No.
This is a Scottish folk singer.
Of course. Young Rebecca just laughed. Lock the door.
She just looks very skeptical.
She thought we were really cool until just now.
Okay. My mom took me to my first concert
Okay.
at the West End Cultural Center.
Oh, at least it was a hip venue.
Yeah, it was Eric Bogle, and we were in the front row.
See?
And it was so much fun. It was like the early 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
My first concert, technically, was BJ Thomas.
Why technically?
Well, because like the first concert that you like buy tickets for and you go on your own.
I didn't.
Is like another thing.
I didn't do the go on your own.
Okay. Well, a first concert's a first concert.
All right. Okay.
BJ Thomas.
Put your hands in your
and
lap.
What more? I think it was at the Winnipeg Convention Center.
Really?
My parents took me.
Okay.
And I was on my dad's shoulders for a spell.
Amazing.
And I was probably like 5 years old. I was wearing a little like brown suede fringed like vest
Cultural
ensemble.
appropriation. Yeah.
And he actually like pointed to me and dedicated a song to me.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. Like while you were on your dad's shoulders?
Yep.
Best memory ever.
Best memory, BJ Thomas.
Oh, that's amazing.
You
You win.
But like my first buy a ticket and go with your friends was Tears for Fears
Okay.
at the old Winnipeg Arena
Oh.
on my 13th birthday,
Nice.
1985.
Lucky 13.
Right.
There it is.
It was pretty cool. Most recent concert.
Mine
Yeah.
was with you.
I know, mine too.
Buble.
Poor Buble. We need something to like purge that or like we need to like hit refresh on the Buble.
Yeah, Mr. Bubbly. As if we haven't made it to something since then. Really, when you think about it.
So do you have a favorite concert venue in town? I think for me, there's like so many venues and then they each have their purpose.
Yeah, because there are wildly different needs for different, like, because are we talking indoor, outdoor?
Sure.
Ooh.
We're talking like a big show, a little show, an acoustic show, a big stadium show.
I love a show at the Met
Oh,
when you're sitting at a table
I've never been to a show
in
at
one
the
of the
Met.
balconies. What?
I don't
Really?
think I've been to a show at the Met.
Okay. What else? Well, okay. You know, I think I'm very fond of my seats at the Canada Life Center. So,
yeah. Okay.
So I think that's probably my favorite.
Excellent.
Go True North.
So do we want to talk about some notable venues in
Wait,
town?
what's your favorite?
Well, I think all of them.
Oh,
I think like the Pyramid or the Spectrum as it used to be
Okay.
was like where you would go to go see bands, like a good club venue.
Yeah.
I like the Walker. I like seeing shows at the Walker. I like the Room. I like the way the Room sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I liked going to concerts at the old arena. Like there was
Yeah.
like nostalgic kind of things.
Yeah. I don't think I did.
So the old Winnipeg Arena
Yeah.
was located at 1430 Maroons Road,
Mm-hmm.
opened in 1955,
Yeah.
and it was Winnipeg's premier ice hockey rink and big concert venue for many years.
Yes. Premier.
Until it closed in 2004.
Yes. Not 9.
Do you know the first band to play at the Winnipeg Arena? The old Winnipeg Arena?
No.
Care to guess?
No.
The Who played there in August of 1967.
And we would love for somebody to let us know if that's not accurate.
Right, because that would have meant 12 years went by before a concert was held there.
It doesn't make any sense. Premier. Winnipeg's premier concert venue. Empty for 12 years, or only hockey for 12 years.
I saw some good shows there. I saw Sting. I
Nice.
saw Brian Ferry.
Oh.
Midnight Oil.
Oh.
Tears for Fears. Simple Minds.
Wow.
Celine Dion.
Wow, you've been to a lot of concerts.
Been to a lot of concerts. What we loved about it, it was big. It was close to Polo Park and Chi-Chi's.
Yeah, and buses.
And there was ample parking.
Oh, and
buses. Yeah. What we would have changed about the old Winnipeg Arena,
What?
the sound wasn't good.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't great.
Okay. I believe it.
It wasn't good. But it was what it was. It was what we had.
Yeah, I mean, what are you comparing it to? Your CD? Your tape?
Right? Yeah. Like you're just happy to be there.
Your 8-track? How old are you?
Oof. Old enough to remember 8 tracks. What was cool about concerts back in the day,
Whose day?
my day, So concerts that you would go to the old Winnipeg Arena for, the old stadium for.
Yeah.
You didn't buy your tickets online, obviously, because the internet hadn't been invented.
Online.
So there were like ticket outlets around the city.
Okay.
Most notably, I think around my time was ATO and BTO.
Box offices?
It was the Bay Ticket Office.
Okay.
And the Attractions Ticket Office, I think were the names.
Okay.
And then you would literally go to the Bay and buy your concert tickets.
Really?
Yeah. And there were a couple other ticket venues. One was right in Winnipeg Square.
Okay.
At the bottom of the escalator where Chamberlain's used to be.
I'm not familiar.
So the old Winnipeg Arena was replaced by Canada Life Centre.
Well, I mean, as far as arenas go, but the old Winnipeg Arena was replaced by a parking lot for PF Chang's.
Well, that's true too. But in terms of venues,
okay.
300 Portage Avenue.
Yep.
Opened on November 16th, 2004.
We went through this.
I know. I'm just reiterating.
All right.
It has had 4 name changes.
Okay, can I guess?
Yeah.
I think I only know 3.
Well,
MTS Center.
During construction, it was known as True North Center.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So that's the one I didn't know.
Yeah.
True North Center, MTS Center, Bell MTS Center, Canada Life Center.
Bell MTS Place.
Oh, Place.
Canada Life Center.
Okay.
I don't know why they did that. Grand opening concert featured the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra, Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings, Tom Cochrane, Chantal Kraviazuk, and Doc Walker. But the first real concert, I have in quotation marks, like the first concert that people would enjoy.
Oh.
Just a little bit of shade there. Was The Tragically Hip, supported by Joel Plaskett.
Oh, that's my husband's favorite.
The Hip or Joel Plaskett?
No, the Hip.
Jim's very niche. What we love about Canada Life Centre?
Well, I like my seats.
See, it's big with over 16,000 seats.
Yeah.
2 of those are excellent. Those are yours.
At least 2.
Comfortable boxes.
Yes.
It attracts big acts to the city.
Yeah.
Most notably,
Michelle
Hillary
Obama.
Duff played there twice.
Wait.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yay, who shall not be named.
Yay, who shall not be named. Did you just say most notably and start your list with Hillary Duff?
Yeah, of course.
On.
I am not even ashamed to say I love Hillary Duff.
Did you attend it?
Of course not.
Oh. Okay.
Coldplay, Pearl Jam, Chili Peppers, Biebs has played there several times. Prince
Biebs.
And Lady Gaga. And of course, Michael Bublé, because we were there together.
Yeah, he's late.
What would we change about Canada Life Centre?
The way they do ticket sales for Flatlanders.
Talking concerts, focus.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Better local beer options.
No, not just better. Local beer options.
Local beer
there
options.
aren't any, right? And then what was your second thing?
In some sections, the seats are a little snug.
Oh, yeah, the closer you get. Well, I guess it depends on where you are, but yeah.
Do you have any fun facts about the Canada Life Centre?
No, I exhausted all my fun facts in the
Last
hockey in the hockey episode.
Oh, we should tell listener that if they haven't listened yet, there is an episode about hockey. And
about what was there before the arena.
It was a department store, I believe.
Something like that.
And you could buy concert tickets there.
That's right.
Because Eden's had a ticket office.
It's all full circle.
Since we talked about the old arena, I did want to shout out the old Winnipeg Stadium.
Yes.
I bet you didn't go to a concert there.
No. I went to the Red River X. Does that count?
Yeah. Do you know what came before the Red River X?
No.
It was called Manosphere.
Oh, I read about that.
Yeah. We should do an episode.
Let's. Carnivals.
Yeah.
Parking lot carnivals.
And specifically the Red River X.
I'm a connoisseur.
So the old Winnipeg Stadium was right by the old arena on Maroons Road.
Yes.
Served Winnipeg from 1953 to 2013.
Yeah.
Name changed to Canadiens Stadium.
I don't actually think I knew that.
No.
Did you?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, okay.
When I read it, I was like, oh, yeah. The stadium hosted numerous outdoor concerts including big-name acts such as the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, David Bowie. I was there. Paul McCartney, AC/DC, Bon Jovi, the Eagles, and U2.
Also? Football.
And football. Who went for football, though?
Me.
And they also hosted many outdoor music festivals, including Festival Express.
Can I tell you a fun fact about the stadium?
Yes.
When there was a really big concert there.
You could hear it from your house?
Yeah.
So could I.
Oh, could you really?
Yeah. You know, when they have a concert at the stadium now.
I do not hear it.
No, it's very, very far. So they closed and tore down the old Winnipeg Stadium.
Childhood you would probably hear it. In
Yeah.
its current location
Yeah,
now.
probably. Because it would have just been across the river from me.
Sorry. Carry on.
IG Field
Yes.
at the University of Manitoba campus.
Yep.
Opened in 2013. Do you know the first concert at the new stadium?
No.
Taylor Swift,
Oh,
supported by Ed
Lord.
Sheeran.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
Big room full of
goodness.
Swifties here, clearly. Young Rebecca's making a face. You just fell asleep. Didn't I walk in tonight singing a Taylor Swift song?
Yeah.
I did.
You walked in with a big frown. All I saw was a big frown.
Traffic, man.
Aw.
What we love, it's big.
Mm-hmm.
Concert capacity is up to 34,000.
Wow.
I was looking at the chart, and it seems like you could get about that many people in there if you had to.
Yeah.
What we would change, it's
What?
really far and parking is dumb. And I put that in all caps.
Well, the park and ride things are cool. Look at your face. Do you hate a park and ride?
You know what? I enjoy a parking ride on the way there.
You know what we need
Nothing
to do?
annoys me more is leaving a place and having to
Wait.
wait and get on those buses.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's bike there
Okay.
using the South Winnipeg Transitway.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people bike. Or I was just going to also say we could just get someone to drive us.
Or that. There's more carbon emissions with that route.
Do you want a fun fact about the stadium?
Yeah.
There were complaints after the Beyonce Jay-Z concert because many thought the sound was muffled. And
Really?
it made the news.
Wow.
It was like a controversial thing.
Because people paid what? $17, $18 for those tickets?
Oof. Oof. I'll tell you what.
Sorry.
I was going to say something disparaging about Beyonce.
I think I just did.
When Paul McCartney played there, he got the key to the city
Are you serious?
from Mayor Cates.
What did he open?
The big door.
Where is that door?
It's right on the perimeter. Oof.
Oh, man.
Do you want to talk about some old venues in town?
Yeah.
The Walker Theatre,
I've heard of it.
AKA the Burton Cummings Theatre. I have a block when it comes to that.
My brother called me out for calling it the Walker today.
We have talked about the Burton Cummings Theatre on several occasions.
Yes.
Do you need a refresher?
Please.
Opened in 1907.
A million years ago.
A million years ago. Named for its original owner, Corliss Powers Walker.
Oh.
He is said to be the man who brought entertainment to Winnipeg.
Really?
That's what it said.
What year?
1907.
Really?
Oh, they were pretty boring before
Don't
then.
you think he would have been sort of head to head with Pantages?
No, that was later.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, and vaudeville. But
Yep. Designed by Montreal architect Howard Colton Stone,
ooh, look at you dipping into the boring facts.
who was hired to design a fireproof theater.
Ooh.
But I thought we would talk about theaters in a future episode, and we can talk all about theater fires
yes.
and why it was important to have a fireproof theater. Okay, so we're going to skip everything between 1907 and 1990.
Okay. Wait. 07 to 90.
Yeah.
That's like half my life.
Yeah.
As you were.
The Walker Theatre Group for the Performing Arts
Okay.
purchased the building in 1990 with a vision to restore the theater, making it a prime venue for live entertainment.
Cool.
They began to restore the building and reopened it under the original name, the Walker Theatre. What was it in between?
Odeon.
That's correct. 1991, the City of Winnipeg gave the theatre heritage designation.
Nice.
Government of Canada recognized it as a National Historic Site.
As they should.
2002, it was renamed the Burton Cummings Theatre after
Randy
whom?
Bachman.
Nope. Burton Cummings of
Winnipeg?
the Guess Who.
Oh. I'm not wrong.
You're correct on so many levels. Not the right ones. 2009, they received a $3.4 million grant to continue repairs and refurbish the building.
It's huge.
2014, True North Sports and Entertainment began managing the building.
Yeah.
And in 2016, they announced that they would be purchasing it, which I assume they did.
We have no new facts. That's it.
What we love, it's a beautiful heritage theater.
Yes.
Great sound.
Yes.
Unobstructed views.
Yes.
It has that feeling of an intimate venue.
Yeah.
But there's 1,600 seats.
It's big.
It's big. I like the curved rows.
Yeah.
I appreciate a curved row.
Okay.
Like, you know how the concert hall has like the
Yes.
big... Yeah. There's
arguably not enough aisles, but
no bad seats, except if you're
The
afraid of
gods.
heights. The gods.
yeah.
Have you been on the patio?
No.
Just behind where they usually sell merch, like at
Yeah.
the front.
Yeah.
They'll open that up and you can like go out.
Neat.
And if there's an intermission or something, get some fresh air.
That's cool.
It was really cool. During the Echo and the Bunnymen concert, I went outside and it was my high school.
Oh, all of them.
All of them, but they were all like
Smoking.
45. And also most likely haunted,
Right.
as we've established.
Yeah.
What we would change.
See also episode 13.
See also. What we would change. It can be cozy.
Yeah.
If you're beside a dude who man spreads and takes the armrests, it's gonna be a long night.
I don't have a long list of don't likes because most of the shows I've seen there were comedians, and I just have such good memories from all those shows.
Yeah, seats could be a little more comfortable,
Well, I guess they're
but
not.
then it's heritage.
Yeah. And also, you wouldn't get 1,600 if there
No.
was more space. Yeah.
No, and but like legroom is okay.
It's
not
okay.
It's not as good as the concert hall.
The theater is of a vintage.
Yeah.
When people were shorter.
We've had little legs. And the bar options could use more.
More Smirnoff Ice.
Could use improvement. I think I probably had like a Smirnoff Ice the last time I went. Or like
That's how
a
you
Bartles
iced
and
me.
James.
Yeah.
But no local beers.
No. Oh, no?
No.
Oh.
And also, I don't like that they sell popcorn if I'm there to see music.
Because you
I don't
wanna
want someone eating
hear
popcorn
and
beside me.
smell. Yeah.
Don't want to smell it. Don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
It can get a little congested in that front area because they have like the concession stand and the merch table and
Yeah.
your old art teacher is sometimes an usher. There. I like sitting up in the loges too. The loges, Robert Loggia, the loges, the boxes.
I do like a balcony.
I like a loge. Fun fact about the Walker.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that the exterior walls are like really underwhelming at the Walker? They're just
Yeah.
bare exterior walls.
Yeah. Opaque.
So it was intended to be a much larger building that also housed commercial space and a full hotel.
Oh.
And so they built that little bit and then gave up on the rest of the plan.
Oh, no.
It was supposed to be the size of the whole block
cool.
that it was on. And so there were supposed to be other buildings or like other walls up against.
Up against where the graphic of the projector is. Like that wall.
Sure.
Like
And the side
super
too.
graphics.
Like the one that faces Yellow Dog.
Okay.
Yep. Boring.
Wild.
Boring.
Well, it's a great opportunity for super graphics.
Right? Super graphics. Should we mention the other historic theater that you already brought up?
Yeah.
Pantages.
I've got some facts and things.
Do you?
Yeah.
Opened in 1914.
Yeah.
Was one of 86 theaters in the Pantages chain.
Yes.
Is one of only 6 remaining.
It's actually the only Canadian one remaining,
Possibly.
I think.
And we already know that it was the first to be air conditioned.
Yes.
In the 1980s, the theater's auditorium was repainted and the seating and draperies were replaced by salvage from a cinema.
I didn't know that.
Apparently.
Cool.
Are these the same draperies that were like haunting people?
Probably.
Or are these new draperies?
Are these the ones that are strangling people?
Again, refer to episode 13. 1992, 1993.
92.
92.
I've got
They
for
did
the edition.
Yeah, edition. You want to tell us about the edition?
I can tell you about the edition.
Okay.
It was designed by architect Stitches and Kate's.
Sure.
His name's come up before. I don't remember for what though.
Probably something great.
Their name. As you aptly mentioned in our phone call earlier today, it's touted as being the best example of postmodern architecture.
That was yesterday.
Oh.
Postmodern, you say?
Days just bleed one into
so
the
this
other.
is that side that faces Main Street with like the cool coppery colored facade.
So here's my thoughts.
Okay.
They're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also a bigger fan of an addition that creates like I am a fan of when an addition creates contrast with the original building, because I don't think it makes any sense to try and develop an addition that mimics the heritage architecture. I just think that
right
could always be a bit of a disaster.
Yeah. Do you think it's too much of an incongruous juxtaposition?
No. That's two banned words.
I'm taking a drink.
That's two banned words in sequence. My criticism is that I think it could have been a little bit further understated.
Oh. Like just a little less?
A little less stuff going on.
Sure.
The main volume is the flyover. Are you familiar?
A flyover?
Yeah.
Isn't that when an airplane
it
passes above?
It can be. You seem distracted by Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff Ice.
The flyover is the sort of more boxy Tyndallstone volume.
Sure.
And it is...
Shout out to Tyndallstone.
Yep.
Getting international recognition recently.
Absolutely. So the flyover provided access from stage left to stage right, because the problem with that theater was that there's no backstage. So
I feel like that's a common problem with old theaters in the city.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to the
Gargoyle.
We just had a delicious dish moment there.
It was even the right volume. So the addition almost doubled the size of the building.
Mm-hmm.
And it includes a 3,000 square foot lobby and reception area, washrooms, a new green room and dressing areas, and administrative and rehearsal spaces, and a large foreyard, which extends to Main Street.
A foreyard? Is that the technical term for the opposite of a backyard?
It's what this writer wrote.
And notably, there's a little art installation.
The trolley. Shout out to 1919, which we will
cover
in a future episode. So that building was actually designated as a heritage building in 1981.
Ooh, way back then?
Yeah.
Before the internet. How did they know about it?
Did you know that all Pantages shows started at the Winnipeg Pantages?
Yes.
Okay. Am I delving too far into theater facts?
I just think you need to be careful.
Okay.
Did you know that theater hosted the first jazz concert in Canada?
No. Why would I know that?
1914.
Why would I know that?
The Creole Band performed. There have
Cool.
been very notable people have played at the Pantages.
Was there an accordion?
In the Creole Band?
Yeah.
Probably a washboard for sure.
Let's just guess wildly what instrument.
Did you go to any shows there? It's closed right now. They're going to reopen it at some point.
Yeah, I've been at the Pantages.
Young Rebecca seems skeptical.
I know she's.
Is that just I
feel like young Rebecca
characteristic of the youth of today?
I think young Rebecca has put a skeptical look on her face, and it hasn't disappeared for this entire episode.
Entire episode since October. We'll take young Rebecca when it opens again. I was just going to say, in terms of bargains, in 2019, the theater sold for $530,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
In 2019,
The cost of a rise home.
Yeah, you could buy the entire Pantages Theater, new edition and all, for $530,000. The sale was held up a little bit because of that trolley installation. Like they wanted to have that piece of land. 2020, it was sold for $1 to the Performing Arts Coalition. But I think they
good for them.
retained, whoever owned it retained the land.
Can you imagine what the cost of like taxes and operations would be for that building?
Oof.
Let's just say in the 1900s, they didn't really like insulate these things very well.
They did not. Another notable one that not a lot of people know about is the Winnipeg Civic Auditorium.
Oh, yeah.
Memorial in St. Mary. Pictured in your head. Right across the street from the Bay Parkade. Kitty corner to the statue of Sir William Stevenson. It's the Manitoba Archives building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Built in 1932.
Mm-hmm.
Was open until 1971 as a music, art, and theater space.
Cool.
So they displayed art from the WAG and the Manitoba Museum, hosted WSO performances until 1968. What happened in 1968? Centennial Concert Hall, you're correct. And it served as Winnipeg's convention center until that was built in the early 70s.
Of course it did.
So it's now the Manitoba Archives building. Fun fact, the Beach Boys played there.
What?
In 1968 and 1969.
Wow.
Help me, Rhonda.
While we're in that neighborhood, do you have anything on the Winnipeg Amphitheater?
Well, no.
Okay. I only have...
It was across the street, though. It's where Canada Life is
yeah.
now.
But I don't have anything on that building other than it was named like Winnipeg's most flammable building.
Yeah,
when
basically.
they went to tear it down. But I have
It was made of matchbooks.
Yeah. And Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Not the app.
Swipe left on the Winnipeg Amphitheater if safety is a concern.
Okay, but I do have one little tidbit that I think is kind of interesting.
Sure.
Just about where it was located.
Okay.
So, hang on. This may not like read well, but let's just see. So the amphitheater was situated on the northeast corner of Whitehall Avenue, which was subsequently renamed Osborne Place, and Colony Street. Mm-hmm. Neither Whitewall Avenue nor Osborne Place exist today. Mm-hmm. And it was an east-west running street connecting Colony and Osborne, running parallel to Moston Place,
which is still there.
is now called Granite Way.
Yep, where the curling club is.
And it was flanked to the north by another east-west street called Bridges Avenue that no longer exists. So it
would have been beside the brewery?
Yeah,
they've existed at the same time?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And so Whitehall Avenue, Osborne Place, Moston Place, and Granite Way no longer exist. The four binding streets. Oh, not the four, but the nearest streets, if you don't count Colony and Osborne,
gone.
Don't exist or have been renamed.
Gone.
I just thought that was kind of interesting.
That is very interesting.
Flammable and let's call it ephemeral.
Let's.
It's easier than saying amphitheater.
You mentioned the Centennial Concert Hall.
I did.
No, I did actually.
Oh.
It is our somewhat brutalist 2,300 seat performing arts venue.
Well, let's just say brutalistish.
Brutalistic? Brutalistish? Brutalish.
No.
Brutalish. I think we've coined a term.
Brutalist.
555 Main Street, right across from our City Hall.
Do you know what the most notable concert was at that building?
What do you mean most notable?
Most notable Winnipeg concert ever to occur.
Well, I went to see Billy Bragg there.
No.
Young Rebecca says Fred Penner.
No.
What?
Little me all alone on the stage by myself at a grand piano, shaking like a leaf.
Did you do a recital?
I did.
At the Centennial Concert Hall?
did.
And this is the first we're hearing about it?
Oh, really?
And you were little?
I was like 9.
But still with the size
11?
10 feet.
Yes. Same size feet.
Opened in 1968.
Yeah.
Home to Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra, Royal Winnipeg Ballet, and
Me.
Manitoba Opera.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yep. I also wanted to talk about the West End Cultural Center.
Yeah, let's.
Which is where you had your first concert, I believe.
It is. Nice. She listened. I can't say the same for me. Yeah.
586 Ellis Avenue.
That'd be the one.
Was a former church
Yes.
And you can tell it was a former church because it's church-shaped.
It's church-shaped.
It's a church-shaped building. It opened as a music venue in 1987. It was founded by Mitch Podolak and Ava Kabrinsky. Do you know what the significance of Mitch Podolak is? And Ava, for that matter?
No.
Founders of the Winnipeg Folk Festival.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it's a cool venue.
Yeah.
Like, there was an addition that you're going to talk about completed in 2009. I thought that before the addition, it was a really cool venue. Because it was just like a gutted church.
Because you just love the sketchy floor?
I loved it. The acoustics are great.
Yeah.
William Prince says it's his favorite sounding room in Canada. Good music happens here is not just a slogan. It's an actual fact. I've seen many good shows there. And great local beer options.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Really, really good local beer options. What we would change about the venue?
Parking.
The neighbors can be a little smashy.
Oh.
I would say that if you're going to park in the area, don't have anything in your car. There's also a really interesting story that goes around about a Spirit of the West concert that happened at the West End Cultural Center.
Okay.
I think it was a subsequent Spirit of the West concert.
Not the first.
And there were so many people on the dance floor jumping up and down that the floor collapsed.
Yeah.
Like they broke the beams.
Oh.
They broke the beams in the basement.
But I think did it fully collapse, or was it just
no,
like at
they just broke the beams
of,
in the basement. Yeah. So they had to like close the venue and shore up the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a correct term. What's funny about that is I don't know what the capacity of the West End Cultural Center is.
Like occupancy wise?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Like however much it is.
It would be posted.
The number of people who claim to be there that night
is greater than
far exceeds.
Now, do we think that that's because there were more people than they had occupancy for?
No, I think it's just become like an urban legend, like a true
lore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think people have just convinced themselves.
Were you there? I was there.
For that? You
Weren't
were
we all?
10.
I was 7.
But I have been there for many, many shows.
Okay.
Very early Jan Arden shows. Lots of like the folk festival bands would come through and tour.
In my angsty teen years,
Mm-hmm.
I attended several punk rock shows.
Did you ever go see Meat Rack?
No.
Oh, I went to see Meat Rack.
I think like Red Fisher.
Did you have some facts about the audition?
I do have some. I'm going to read this and we're just going to purge some facts from it if they're
all
right. So Prairie Architects Inc. Did the addition in 2009 for $3.5 million.
Oof.
They added 5,000 square feet. So when complete, it totals 16,000 square feet. Rehearsal and administration space. The addition was a new 400-seat theater, complete with a new mezzanine viewing gallery.
Yep.
So the project also included a new accessible entrance, reception, lobby, public washrooms. It like increased the number of washrooms significantly. I think that there were
the old washrooms. It was
double stall biffies like directly off the hall.
Yeah.
We're able to create a large multi-purpose lobby and banquet hall, and then administration spaces in the basement. And the performance venue addition was located to the south on 2 adjoining vacant lots and included the closure of a public lane.
That's right, because there was a lane there.
R.I.P. that lane.
I know, and we had to load equipment in and out of that lane a lot. And there always had to be someone on guard.
So now the venue features a 9,000 square foot stage, green room, support spaces, and modern technological sound and lighting systems throughout.
Oh.
Prairie consulted directly with CBC to include provisions in the development to accommodate future CBC broadcasting and recording of live West End Cultural Center shows.
Can I tell you something interesting?
Please do.
CBC has listed West End Cultural Center on their list of Canada's 50 magical concert venues.
Really? Mm-hmm. Bought and paid for. The project was complete with a geothermal heating system, passive cooling system, and it utilized recycled materials, including interior glass walls, oak doors and frames, theater seating, carpets in the basement, and toilet partitions. The 3.5...
Gotta love a toilet partition.
Well, I don't know. The Europeans do it better.
Yeah.
They go right to the floor.
Okay, so as an architect... Can you explain to me like the gappages
I cannot explain North America's obsession with seeing feet.
I don't like it.
Toilets.
It's not even the feet that bother. Well, the feet bother me.
Feet bother me, but that's
I don't like
stark.
the feet, but I don't like the gaps in the door
And the gaps.
where you're locking eyes with someone who's like, no.
Poor
I don't like
Europeans who come to Canada are like, what is with these people? And their gaps and their non-full length doors.
I wanted to give some honorable mentions.
Oh, do.
To some venues in town that we didn't talk about.
I have a list.
Does it include the Times Changed High and Lonesome Club?
No, but it should have.
It should have. Also on the list of CBCs.
Well, do you want to mention where the times change?
In the Fortune Building.
Yeah.
On Main Street.
Shout out to one of our earlier episodes.
I would say that Times Changed could be considered a concert venue, but
yeah,
bar scale.
Yes.
So also we're
Intimate.
gonna keep the spectrum/pyramid
Okay, yeah.
in that category.
Yeah.
But I have seen countless concerts there.
Yeah.
Where else? Outdoor venues?
I've got some.
Oh. Hit me.
The Cube.
Oh, the Cube.
Yeah.
Well, we should do a whole Market Square episode.
Oh, yeah,
So we can talk about the foibles of the Cube.
And we can talk about King's Head.
Yes.
Okay. Folk Fest. Birds Hill.
Of course.
Fun fact. I have never been to the Folk Festival.
What?
When I wasn't working.
Okay. You worked at the Folk Festival?
In the Handmade Village.
At your sister's behest?
At her behest.
Did you hear that they're changing the little streetscaping in front of the Walker Theatre? In front of the Burton Cummings?
No.
You know that little park? There's like a little park.
Yes.
Like it's an island of land.
Yeah.
In front of the Walker
Park
Theatre.
is a little optimistic.
There's a bench. What's our definition of a park? There's a tree, a bench, and a fence.
It actually has all the things.
It has everything you would need. They're going to actually close off the street immediately in front of the Burton Cummings Theatre.
Okay.
And divert the traffic around that little thing somehow. Because you know how they hold concerts and stuff outside the Burton Cummings Theatre in the summer?
Yeah.
I guess they're going to just extend the Burton Cummings sidewalk out to that little triangle of land.
Oh, neato.
And create more of a landing pad.
Well, I, for one, think that would be kind of cool.
Oh my God, she agrees with something the city is doing. Cue the music.